Start.
Yes, good morning, everyone.
Morning, ma'am.
Good morning,
Morning,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Good
Good
morning,
morning,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Good morning.
Good morning,
Good
ma'am.
morning, ma'am.
I hope everybody has their camera on. And today we are starting with the spoken classes, spoken English classes, which is the talk time, the module which talks about everything under the sun. It talks about everything. It is ask and answer, it is pair work, group discussions, your time, vocabulary help out, fluency drill. So everything is there. And today we are going to take up day 4, which is talking about daily activities, or you can say talking about ongoing activities, which is a major interview question, wherein the HR can ask you, what are your ongoing activities? Here you are going to be very practical about, very skeptical about what you are saying. So you have to be very particular. How are your mornings? The people would like to know, how are your mornings? How are your afternoons? How are your evenings? How much time do you invest in yourself? Are you a social person? Do you interact with others? What are your interpersonal communication skills? Are you able to connect? So your daily activities will be defining your character, your personality. So be very careful in answering the questions. It should be, keep it simple, KIS, which we always say, concise and precise. But when you need to elaborate, when we ask you to detail it, like how are your mornings, then you can come up to with answers like, my mornings are hectic, my mornings are interesting. So how do you start, how will I start my day? How do I start my day? What are my activities on vacations? What do I do on weekends? So how am I going to plan my day, and how my mornings are, how my afternoons are, how my evenings are? Am I a social person? Am I an introvert or an extrovert? So your activities will certainly define you. So I'm going to share the screen with you. You take down the questions, and we all try to answer the question. Each one of you will be given a chance to answer, right? Because this segment, the A segment, is ask and answer. So sharing the screen with you. Is the screen visible?
Yes, yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So day 4, we are talking about daily activities, or you can say ongoing activities. So when somebody asks you, what are your ongoing activities? It means what you have been doing these days. No, sorry, what are you doing these days? What are your activities? With the current corona crisis, we have all changed our activities. There is a difference. So everybody needs to answer the questions. But first, let us talk about the thought of the day, or the inspirational keys. The inspirational key today is, the one-liner for today's class is for you. Those who manage their time, manage their life. Those who, you can take down the inspirational key so that you can write a paragraph or speak or make a presentation on the inspirational keys, because the topics are already given to you in each class. Even in the last class, I gave you a quote. What is that? You should remember. And today,
Yes, ma'am.
Education is the
Education.
most.
yeah, education is
Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world.
which you can use to change the world. So you can write a paragraph on that, or you can make a presentation on that. And when you are finished, when you are
Okay,
done,
ma'am.
let me know. Yes, we will be making a presentation today. I'm not putting any pressures on you. I'm not giving any homework or classwork. But then, yes, if you come to the class, you are prepared. You are sorted. It means when you come, you think, you analyze, you work, you prepare, you ask, you answer, all in one. So today's quote is, those who manage their time, manage their life. Here we are talking about time management. What is time? And how do people who are successful manage their time? They are very much particular about their timings. When do they get up? What do they do? They prioritize. It will what things they will be doing the first, the second, and the third. They manage their time by making an agenda every day. Like today, what is the most important thing to do? The most important thing will be placed on the top. Things to do. People write down their diaries. Things to do. And in the second column, they'll write. At the end of the day, they'll write whether it is accomplished or not. And if you've accomplished, give yourself a tick mark. And if you have not completed that work, specify the reason why you have not completed. So in this way, write down the things which are important to you, make an agenda about managing your time. It's to start right from the moment you get up till you go to sleep, right? So
It is just like as a daily routine, ma'am.
anybody does any yes does anybody have any idea what this quote means to you?
Yes, ma'am. Sometime ago, the CIMAGE organized a program in which a Punjabi person came and I had not remembered the name of him. He said many things
Guru
about the time
Prakash.
management.
Guru Prakash, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Guru Prakash, sir. He came and said many things. He told many things about the how can we manage the time. And I attend his 2 classes, and I also asked many questions in his 2 classes. And he also appreciated to me.
So time management is something which everybody needs to know and go about it. So those who manage their time manage their life. How can you manage time if you cannot manage yourself? But first you learn to manage yourself. Yes, anybody else would like to say something on this inspirational key? Those who manage their time manage their life. Can anybody highlight the importance of time management? Guys, please speak.
Yes, ma'am. May I speak, ma'am? I
Yeah.
Yes,
had not
ma'am. There are
written,
a
ma'am,
lot of
but
things to do.
All
Hello.
right. Continue.
Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, yes, you are. Hello, continue.
Hello.
Yes, continue. Pratai, want to say something?
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. But she wants to speak. Then
Issues with our network. So you continue.
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, time takes a vital role in our life, and nowadays the people who manage their time, they manage their life. Just like as nowadays there is a Corona time. This is the COVID-19 time, and nowadays everyone works from the work, and many people have lots of work. Just like as there is an example of me. Today's I have some work in my shop. Due to that, I am in my shop. But how can I manage the classes and shop? This is a time management, man. Because there are some there are some issues in my family. Due to that, I am in shop, but I also maintain my online classes. This is the time management, and how can I manage my classes, and how can manage my shop, and this is my time management.
Exactly. You have to
the
take care of something else, but then classes are also important. So this is time management.
yes, ma'am.
You are
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
prioritizing what things are important in life, right? Yes,
Yes.
is the
Yes,
network?
ma'am.
Hello?
Hello. Yes, ma'am.
Continue.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Hello?
Yes,
Hello.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, continue.
Ma'am, time management plays a very prominent role in our life. There are a lot of things to do in our life, not only the education, a lot of things there that we have to do. And if we don't know how to manage the time, how to manage those things, then we will not be able to do that things in an efficient way.
Exactly. So, at the beginning of your career, the first thing you learn is first thing which you learn right from your school days. When you start school, the first thing you learn is to get up on time, reach school. So, time management begins then only, right? And time management is a habit. Get into this habit of time management. Yes, anybody else would like to say something? Or should we move on? These topics are for you for making presentations.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. May I say, ma'am? Mahi?
Yes. Mahi, come on.
Ma'am, yes, ma'am, when you properly manage your time, you don't have to worry about your missing deadlines or forgetting some errands because you already planned your time in such a way that prevents such mishaps from happening. As a result, you feel very less stressed about your workload and more calm about the end results.
Exactly. Anybody else?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am,
ma'am.
Gaurav.
Yes, we can include one more person. Yes.
Gaurav, ma'am.
Yeah, Gaurav.
Ma'am, time management defined like time management is the process of organizing and planning how to divide your time. Specific activities, good time management enable you to work smart, not hard, so that you get more done in less time, even when time is tight and pressure are so high.
Exactly. So, are you managing time, Gaurav?
Yes, ma'am.
That's good.
Very smartly, ma'am.
Very smartly. So, you have managed time, and how has it helped you? How has
Ma'am,
time management helped you?
I think it's help in very right way. That time I manage our time, that I feel our work and our mind are very relaxed, not very pressured.
Okay. So, when your mind is relaxed, you manage time. You
Yes, ma'am.
prioritize what things are important. You put that on the top, right? And make a column.
Yes, ma'am.
At the end of the day, get back to what is finished, what is accomplished, and what is not. If something is not accomplished, there should be another column, the third column, wherein you will write why was it not completed. So this is how you manage time. Make an agenda of time management. Right. All right. Now
Okay.
we are moving on to what we were doing. So ask and answer, which is the A segment of daily activities. Ask and answer. The first question is, what time do you get up? Your time management starts with the time you leave your bed. So you are talking to yourself. This is your self work. This is your self analysis. So do not say something to impress others. If you do not have the time, if you do not have the habit of getting up early, cultivate that habit. So, frankly speaking, what time do you get up?
At
At
6
7 o'clock in the
a.m.
morning, ma'am.
I
7
always
at
o'clock.
wake up at
Kartik
5
a.m.
o'clock in the morning.
When you are answering, your sentence should be complete. What time do you get up? I normally get up.
Yes, ma'am.
I normally get up. I usually get up. I generally get up at 6, at 7, at 5. What are the other ways of answering? I
I
am.
always get up at 5
Yes.
o'clock
It
in
is
the
necessary
morning.
to use, ma'am.
I
Okay.
usually get up.
I
Ma'am,
usually
it
get
is
up at
necessary to
5.
use, ma'am, usually or normally, ma'am.
They,
I usually get up at 6 o'clock.
Without using normally and usually, the sentence is also correct, ma'am, that I get up at 5 o'clock. get up at 7 o'clock in the morning.
You can add on
I
the
wake up 6 o'clock since in the morning.
not that every day you get up at 6 o'clock. That is why we use usually. That is why we use
Usually, yes.
normally.
Yes, ma'am.
Normally.
That's why it is necessary, ma'am. But
That is why, because
yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
if I say I get
Okay.
up at 5, that will be a statement which I'll not believe myself. So I normally get up at 5. I normally get up at 6. I usually get up.
So,
Or simply I am
yes, ma'am.
an early riser.
इस केस में ये हो सकता है कि okay.
I generally हो सकता
Yes, I am giving you some examples. I am an early riser. On weekdays, I get up early. I'm giving you some helpline so that it can help you answer the question. On weekdays, I get up early,
Yes, ma'am.
but on weekends, be very careful of the punctuations. But sorry. So what happens? But on weekends, I sleep till late. Now this is an expression I could have written on weekdays I get up late. But then in English writing, or any kind of writing, you do not repeat the same words. Use other ways of expressing. So on weekdays I get up early, but on weekends I sleep till late. Because it is a holiday, so I relax a little more. I sleep till
yes,
late.
ma'am. Sunday on Sunday.
Yes.
Or you can come down to I get up at 6, I get up at 5, 6 o'clock, not required. Get up at 6, get up at 5. If you're getting up before sunrise, the expression is I get up in the wee hours. Now what is this wee? Wee hours means you get up when it is still dark. The time between 4 and
What, ma'am?
before sunrise. When it is still dark. Weekends, sorry. This was it. Yeah, I get up in the wee hours. I get up in the wee hours. Wee literally means small. So what time you are getting up? You are getting up before sunrise.
We what?
The term is V.
Means ma'am, the sunrise.
We stands for
Wee bit. Give me a wee bit of cake. Little bit.
A small bit of
little
it.
bit.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, a small quantity. But when you say I get up in
Yes.
the wee hours, it means you're getting up before sunrise. You're getting up before it is light. It's all dark. And that's
Before
a
sunrise.
yeah. In Hindi you say Brahm Muhurat. So that time,
Yes, ma'am.
if you have the
Brahm Muhurat, ma'am.
I have got
Yes, ma'am. Brahma.
early. And this is the best time of the day. Like when you get up, it's all dark, it's all
Yes, ma'am.
quiet. And when you look out, you sometimes you see the stars, the morning stars already there. So that makes you feel good, you know. And sometimes when you look
Yes,
up
ma'am.
in the sky, you see the stars inspire you. They show you the way.
5 o'clock.
The morning stars always. It was given in Bible that the morning star always inspires, shows you the way, the path of how your day is going to be. So that is very philosophical. But then I get up in the wee hours. It means I get up early in the morning. People who do riyaz, people who are into music, students especially, we were told to get up in the morning. When we were in school, we were asked by our parents to get up early and study. So what I used to do in my school, I did all the homework. All the written homework was completed in the evening. At 8 o'clock, I finished all my written homework. And you know, the school that I went to, we had homework in everything, like Hindi, maths, English, learning subjects were also there. Like if 3 or 4,
Yes.
we used to have written homework, and a couple of learning homework was also there. So what we used to do, I used to pack my learning homework for the mornings. So I used to get up in the morning, in the wee hours, like, and start learning whatever was there. So that is the best time to, if you want to learn something. So that probably is the best hour. So I get up in the wee hours, and getting up or
Yes, ma'am.
sleep is a habit. If you get up at 5 today, you'll get up at 5 in the next day too. That can inside you. So these are habits. But yeah, I'm not going to ask you to get up early in the morning.
Yes, ma'am. And
Yes, ma'am. I'm doing yoga.
I don't know how many of you get up in the wee hours, but yeah, I do. And believe me, it's a beautiful feeling. It's a beautiful thing to start your day with. So you are your
we are.
boss, you are your master, and nobody is there to disturb you. So you can do whatever you want to undisturbed, and probably the feeling of looking out of the window, watching the stars still up there, and it's just a feeling of wellness. You feel good about it. Sometimes you feel you're blessed that you are that you can get up in the morning and start your day. Yes.
Fresh air, ma'am.
So the answers can be: what time do you normally get up? What time are you up? What time do you get up? I'm an early riser. On weekdays I get up early, but on weekends I sleep till late. आप देर तक सोते हैं weekends में. Or I get up in the wee hours. I am an early riser. I am a habitual early riser. It means getting up is a habit. So I hope you've got your answers.
Yes, ma'am. And we
Yes,
got
ma'am.
also a
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
new
ma'am.
word, that is we.
Yeah.
No, sorry, ma'am. We
Yeah,
learned a new word.
it's a beautiful
And
word. And if you start getting them in the wee hours, and sometimes people will ask you, so how do you start your day? My mornings are very interesting. So getting up in the wee hours sets my day. The morning shows the day. So getting up in,
yes, ma'am. Ma'am,
yeah,
ma'am, these different words makes us different from the others, ma'am. And that's why it is a very good word that is given by you today. When we use
Ma'am,
this,
it
ma'am,
is
we
good.
feel, ma'am, that we are different from the others, and the
We
others
are
also
smart,
feel
ma'am.
that he is different.
yes.
Yes, ma'am.
And
That,
if you want to carve a niche for yourself, be different from the others. Like be different, speak
yes, ma'am.
differently, and do some work on yourself. Like what things are required. Of course, mentors are there, of course, to help you out. But
Yes, ma'am.
you should always try to learn something new every day. Even if you take
Yes, ma'am.
a word every day, start using those words. Okay. So the next question is, which newspaper do you read? Now here we are talking about, it is not just a question. Here we are talking about how aware are you about yourself, how well you know the news, how well you are aware of your happenings around you. So we are not just asking you which newspaper do you read. Okay, I read the Times of India. Full stop. All these questions are open-ended. There has got to be explanation, and the psychology behind this question is: are you aware of what's happening around you? Do you know the importance of reading newspapers? And plus, they ask you for, do you read the newspaper or not?
Yes, ma'am.
So here you can talk about, excuse me, write down the question. What is the importance of reading newspaper, the print media? What is the importance of the print media? It means a newspaper. How can it help you? Now see, students, every question is a presentation, right? We are only talking about the importance of print media. So the question is very straight. Which newspaper do you read? So you can
You
go
are
back.
aware.
The print media has always been very fascinating for me. I've always enjoyed reading the newspaper because excuse me, because I do not want to miss out on any event or any news.
Any incident.
And then you can finally, in the last line, you will write a paragraph. The importance of newspaper, or the importance of the print media, how it can help you, how is it beneficial. First of all, it will give you the news. Secondly, if you want to improve your English, then you will have a lot of things to learn, like vocabulary update. You can paraphrase, like read the news and paraphrase this in your own words. This also is an activity which I think I should introduce in your class. Like read a newspaper and convey the news in your own words. Do not learn it by heart. Understand it first and then try to speak it. Try to paraphrase the news which you have read. So here we are. What are we trying to do with this one straight question? Which newspaper do you read? We are talking about the importance of the print media, the benefits of print media, and then finally, in the last line, you'll write, for daily updates, I read. I read whatever, you can fill in the blanks. I read the Times of India, or whatever. This should be in the last line, right? I do not want to miss out on any event. So I read the newspaper because of the numerous benefits. I have a passion for news, for being aware. So the importance, the functions, the benefits of the all this is done, will be done in one straight question, which is which newspaper do you read and why? So this should be in the last line. For daily updates, I read whatever. I'm not asking you to come up with your question answers right now because you have to prepare on this, prepare and then answer. Okay. The second question is, you can talk about the print media and the electronic media as well. I did not put the third question because it talks about which news channel is a favorite. Similarly, favorite. So this is the third. Similarly, the importance of electronic media, how it is important, numerous ways how is important. You get the news instantly. You can see whatever is happening, right?
We can see news digitally.
Yes. Prepare these questions like the news channel which you've been watching. is. Why? Because of its authenticity.
India TV.
Authentic. So if I ask you which newspaper, which news channel do you usually watch? Yeah. Yes. Anyone answer the question?
G News, ma'am.
Zee.